welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you would consider subscribing. If you do like this, go ahead and subscribe below and click that notification bell. That way, every single time I upload a new video, you will know about it. So I'm not gonna say I'm excited about this video because I'm not sure yet. I am actually going to be doing a 3-day egg fast. And if you don't know what a 3-day egg fast is, it is, well, you could do it for longer. Some people do it for 5, but I have done one before and the longest I could get was 3 days. I could not stomach eggs anymore after that. And there's only so much you can do with eggs. But if you're having, okay, let me back up. The 2 reasons why I will do an egg fast is either one, I want to lose quick weight. So maybe I'm going to a wedding, or like for me, I'm actually going to Puerto Rico in like a week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half. So I wanted to do it just to kind of jumpstart my weight loss, which that's another reason you can do it. So I kind of hit a plateau and I hadn't lost any weight in 2 weeks. And I started this journey on January 1st. And so I was just 4 pounds lost, or a little under 4 pounds. And I wasn't seeing much movement. And so I thought, you know what, maybe the egg fast will kind of jumpstart me and get me going. So I decided I'm gonna do a 3-day egg fast, and I'm gonna take you on that journey with me. So we're gonna do a weigh-in and on the first day, and then we're gonna do a weigh-in on the last day. So actually all 3 days. So we're gonna do the first day, and then the second day, and then the last day. And so we'll see how long I make it. If I actually originally was thinking of doing 2 days, and then on the 3rd day eating, you know, eggs for breakfast, and then maybe for dinner having like a regular meal, but we'll see how I feel. So yeah, so if you have ever been interested in doing an egg fast, what you do is you consume between, they say 6 to 10 eggs a day. And with every meal, you can also have an ounce of cheese. So I don't want you guys to be confused when you see some of the meals that I'm making, because cheese will be included. And for me, I feel like that's helpful, because if I just want to have like some string cheese or something for a snack, and I love cheese, so for me, it's a win-win. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. We're gonna start off with my first weigh-in, and then I'll show you day 1, day 2, day 3, everything that I cook. And then we'll weigh in at the end, and then we'll kind of talk about how I felt it went, if I enjoyed it, and just kind of like everything I experienced along the way. So come along this journey with me, and let's go ahead and jump on in. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Ketolicious Life. Today, we are gonna be starting a 3-day egg fast. So that's what this video is gonna be all about. I'm gonna be weighing in this morning, and then I'm gonna show you what I eat all day for the next 3 days, and each day I will weigh in. These videos have really helped me in the past because I didn't know how to do an egg fast, and I needed ideas on stuff to make because eggs get really gross after a while. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and if you're new here to my channel, thank you so much for coming. Please go ahead and subscribe down below and click that notification bell. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you want to see next. See you guys at lunch. I mean at breakfast, at weigh-in, whatever. See you later. All right, everyone, this is day 1 of a 3-day egg fast. It is a Tuesday morning. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh in, and then I'll weigh in tomorrow morning and on the 3rd day, okay? So let me step on the scale. And the reason I decided to do this egg fast is because for the last 2 weeks, I have not lost any weight. I've stayed at 151, and I'm counting my macros and everything. All right, so 151.9 is my start, and we will check in tomorrow to weigh in again. But as I go throughout my day today and I'm making different meals for the egg fast, I will show you guys what I'm doing. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm about to make some eggs. Normally I would be intermittent fasting at this point. Usually I start the intermittent fasting 1 month into the keto diet. However, because I'm doing the egg fast, I can't intermittent fast. Like, it's not a lot of food, so I've got to eat. So I'm just gonna go simple this morning, and I'm just gonna hard boil a couple eggs just because I have work in 45 minutes and I have to put my makeup on. So, so pretty much let me tell you what today's gonna look like. Hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. Lunch, I'm gonna probably just make an omelet, just super easy with some cheese on the side. And then dinner, I'm thinking I'm gonna make some egg drop soup. And because usually at dinner time, I'm not that hungry, so I'll probably just make the soup and maybe have a couple slices of cheese on the side. So when you do an egg fast, you not only want to eat eggs, but you also want to have cheese. And I think it's 1 ounce of cheese for every meal. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on these eggs, and when they're all done, I'll let you know how I kind of season them. See you in a minute. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I just season it with salt, pepper, paprika, and everything but the bagel seasoning. So that's gonna be breakfast, and then we will come back for lunch where I'm gonna make us an omelet with some cheese on the side. Okay, so I'm gonna be making an omelet. Now, typically when doing the egg fast, you wanna stay away. The whole purpose of it is to have as low carbs as possible for the day. However, I'm not getting that serious. So I'm putting vegetables in my omelet. I'm doing some asparagus, some cilantro, red onion, and tomatoes. I'm just gonna slice those up. And also, because you're just having eggs, like, you need a really good omelet, like a 3-egg omelet. So that's why I'm cutting up so many vegetables here. And cilantro will just cook down, so you don't have to really chop it up. So I'm just gonna chop up some red onion. And a little bit of spinach. And a couple grape tomatoes. And I'll just slice them up in like little small pieces. Don't want to have too much tomatoes because tomatoes are higher in carbs, and so are onions. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna turn my screen on. Okay, so next I'm gonna scramble up the eggs, and I add just a little bit of mayo to my eggs. And the reason I do that is, just so you guys know, in restaurants when they make scrambled eggs, they do add a little bit of mayo to make them more creamy. And then it just helps add a little bit of fat to the meal. And I usually will just do just a little spoonful. Stick it in. And then also for my sliced cheese on the side, I get a block cheese because it has 0 carbs. The ones that are shredded, they put additives in the bags of shredded cheese. Whereas the blocks do not have anything added. So I like to use those preferably, unless I'm too lazy to shred cheese. I'm just gonna slice it up. So you'll have like chunks of mayo, as you can see, but it cooks in when you start cooking. Another tip, do not season your eggs until it's actually in the pan, because if you season it prior, they won't come out as creamy. All right, I'm gonna get the stove started. Okay, so I've just added some butter to the pan. We're gonna let that melt. Usually I'll typically just kind of get it going. I'm gonna throw all the veggies in there. And what I'll typically do is I'll season the veggies versus the eggs. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Gonna add a little total seasoning. Just a little bit of pepper. Also just a little bit of regular salt. And you're gonna see with my eggs, you also don't want to overcook eggs. If you want them creamy, which that's the way I like them, unless you like your eggs cooked really well. I don't. I'll show you how I do it.
I'll have it on the stove for a little bit, and then I'll take it off just before the eggs are done, and I'll kind of cook them off the stove. So I'm gonna just grill these up for a few minutes till they're soft. Okay, so I bought this scale on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link it below to measure out my food because I'm looking for 1 ounce of cheese with my meal. I'm just gonna measure it out. Okay, it's almost an ounce. Eggs. And I usually will just use my fork. I just kind of, because I like mine very creamy and not in big chunks. I just keep doing this. So it's very, I don't even know how to describe it. Just small pieces of egg. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off the burner. Again, I like mine like not cooked all the way. And now I'm just gonna finish cooking it without the burner on. And it basically just like cooks itself. And that's how I like my eggs. Obviously, if you don't like them like this, like you like them really cooked, you just keep going. But that's how I do mine. And then I'm just gonna put it on the plate. And then lastly, I love to top my eggs with everything but the bagel seasoning. And here is my lunch with sparkling ice. If you guys haven't tried these, it's so good if you love soda, which I do. So that definitely was a challenge for me going on the keto diet. This is like a way for me to get the bubbly and the sweet. So it's really good. All right, we'll see you tonight at dinner when I make egg drop soup. All right, I'm wrapping up the day with dinner. I made egg drop soup. I didn't actually film it. It's super easy. Basically warm up chicken bouillon, and then you just drop the egg in it and it cooks inside the juice. And then I did add a little bit of onion just to kind of add some flavor, and that is pretty much it. And you know what? I'm not really hungry. My omelet really filled me up. So yeah, so tomorrow morning I will show you my weigh-in for first day, and then everything I eat tomorrow. See you all then. Okay, day 1, weigh-in. Let's see if anything happens with the scale. After 1 day of just eating eggs. Nope. Looks like it's went down like 0.2. Yeah, 0.2, it was 151.9. All right, let's do this again. Let's see if there's any difference. All right, good morning, everyone. Oops, I dropped something. Today is day 2 of the egg fast. As you have seen, I didn't really lose any weight the first day, but that's okay. This is more for you guys to show you options and things that you can do to actually cook during an egg fast. And believe me, it does work. Sometimes it just depends on what's going on in your life at the time. And I do have, you know, I am going through menopause, so there's a little bit of that. My hormones are a little crazy, so don't take my results and think that that's the exact results that you're gonna get, because I have done this in the past and it has worked. So with that being said, I'm a little sick of like the eggy type of foods for breakfast. So this morning I'm gonna be making some cream cheese pancakes. And when I saw this recipe, I thought there is no way that this could be a part of the egg fast. And the reason why it is because remember, with the egg fast, you can have eggs and cheese. So you're gonna make the pancakes with cream cheese and eggs and vanilla extract and sugar-free syrup, and they are so good. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Just grabbing my vanilla, and I'm gonna grab my magic bullet. So that's what I cook it in. So no big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna just put my camera down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so here's my magic bullet. So I'm just gonna put the 2 eggs. just toss them in the sink. And I don't really measure out the vanilla, to be honest with you. I just put in a little bit. I just put like a drop. Just adds a little bit of flavor. So just a little bit of drops. And then it's an ounce of cream cheese. So you should just do a couple spoonfuls of this. I'm actually gonna turn on the stove. I'm gonna use this flat pan right here. Do one more scoop of cream cheese. Put the lid on it. And you basically just put it in the magic bullet blender. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna pause because it's really loud. Okay, so the texture, just so you know, it is a little runny. And I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if I was just supposed to do 1 egg. I think that's possible, but I don't mind making a big batch because I can make like some extra pancakes. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit more cream cheese because now that I'm remembering, I think it is just 1 egg for minimal pancakes if it's just for yourself. So let me just go mix this up again. All right, we're ready to go. So now, just gonna open this up. And I didn't put anything on the pan because we made some bacon earlier, so it's got some grease already on it. I'm just gonna make a few at a time. And just so you know, they are gonna be thin. They are thin pancakes, but they are really, really good. So you just gotta let them cook for a little bit. I'm gonna get my smaller spatula because it's gonna be easier to grab those. Clean it off. But so far I feel good. I don't feel super hungry. I thought I might, but I am, you know, a month and a week into doing this, and so I am most likely fat adapted or keto adapted at this point. So this is when it starts to get easier. You're not hungry as much, and it's easier to add in intermittent fasting because the high fat keeps you full. Put it on the bottom before I flip them. This one's ready. And like I mentioned, they are going to be super thin, but that's okay. So you just got to make sure that they're nice and ready to be flipped. I'm going to grab myself a plate. I have paper plates from Costco. And I'm gonna cook all of them, but I'm not gonna show you guys all that. I just thought I would show you this. And then let me show you what syrup I use. I actually usually use Chalk Zero, but I'm out. So I just bought this from Vaughn's. It's the light sugar-free original syrup, and it's 5 grams of carbs, but 5 grams of sugar alcohol. So 0 grams of carbs for 2 tablespoons for this. And then the cream cheese pancakes are only 3 grams of carbs total. And this is what they look like done. I'm just gonna throw some butter and some syrup, and I might eat a little bit more than this because I don't know if that's gonna fill me up, but I'm just gonna finish making the rest of the batch. But what I was thinking I would do for lunch is show you guys how to make chaffles. I'm gonna make like chaffles with cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning on top, so it's kind of like almost like a bagel. So we're gonna do that for lunch, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys in just a little bit. Okay, we made it to lunchtime. I am starving. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna be making some chaffles, and I'm gonna put cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning on top. And then I have some leftover egg drop soup. It's really cold today, so I'm gonna probably just have a little cup of that with my chaffle. So let me show you how I make the chaffle. So I'm gonna move down my screen. So this is my, I'm trying to pull it so you can see it, my waffle maker. It's a Dash, and I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $10. And so let me get out my eggs and my cheese. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I turned my waffle maker on, and in here, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the eggs and the cheese. So like earlier, I'm just gonna use 2 eggs. 2 eggs should make two chaffle pieces. And then you just throw in some cheddar cheese. I'm actually going to shred some up. Like I mentioned in my video last night, shredding your own cheese is the best route because it has no carbohydrates in it. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. So we just move this over. Just gonna shred up. I actually have a piece left from yesterday. So what I do is I'll put a little bit of cheese on the bottom of the waffle maker, just to kind of, it adds a little bit of a crunch to the chaffle. So I'll just do that real quick. What you do is you're gonna actually add the cheese with the egg, and you're gonna blend it in the magic bullet like I blended the cream cheese pancakes. So I'm just gonna stop real quick while I shred this. I should have done that before I started, so just give me a sec. Okay, so I actually decided not to blend it in the magic bullet. It's really not necessary, so you could just mix it in here. I also like to season it, so I'm just gonna throw in some salt and pepper, just because I want my chaffle to have some flavor. So obviously it's not like your typical waffle that you would imagine in your mind, you know, that you eat for breakfast. This is more, it's called a chaffle because it's made out of cheese and egg. Just putting some salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna show you what I do. So I open this up. Remember how I said I like to make it a little crunchy on the bottom? So I'm gonna put in the cheese first like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour in. Now, obviously, all of this isn't gonna fit in there, so you just do about half of it, like that. And then let it kind of spread across, and then close. My little waffle maker, the little thing broke off. So you just wait for the light to go off, and then that tells you when it's done. So when it's done, I will be back. And I'm gonna make 2 of these. So when I'm done with that, I'll come back and show you how I fix it all up. All right, here it is all done. So look at, they look just like little waffles, and I put cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning on it. And then I have some of my egg drop soup that I'm gonna just sip on. And you guys, these are only 1 net carb each, and it's just from the cream cheese, because the eggs and the cheddar that I shredded, because it was not already shredded, had 0 carbs in it. So it's possible to, you know, go a day eating less than 5 grams of carbs. That's what we're gonna hit today. So super excited. Hopefully I see some traction. So tonight I'm just gonna kind of come up so you guys can see me. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for dinner. I think I'm gonna look into some egg casseroles that I can make. So I'm even thinking about that. Or I may just make it easy and just make another omelet with vegetables. That actually was really, really good. So I might do that. So I'm gonna think about it. I'm actually kind of look up some recipes. And there's one thing that you'll learn about me is like, I can make a recipe and it could be the first time and it'll be wonderful. Like I just have a knack for cooking. I don't mean to be prideful, but I just do. So I can see a recipe and sometimes I'll add my own spin on it to, you know, make it even more exciting. So I'll probably, you know, find maybe a casserole. I think that would be fun because in the casserole, I could make a big casserole and then I can eat some tomorrow. So yeah, so I hope you are enjoying this so far as much as I am. It just gives you kind of some new ideas on what you can do. But there's so many different egg fasts out there. I don't know how people do it for 5 days. I'm doing it for 3, and I think that's gonna be about as much as I can do. And I don't even know if I'm gonna lose any weight, but I want you guys to see on my journey this time, it's not gonna just be about weight loss for me. To be honest with you, I just feel better. Like I haven't lost much weight, but I don't like look in the mirror at myself and go, ugh, I hate the way that I look, because I feel good. And this is a mental game for me, and I know it probably is for a lot of you, because that's very common as women. And excuse me if there's any men on this video, but I guess anyone in general. we struggle with the way that we look, and you know, we can take it to another level, and it affects us mentally, not just physically looking at ourselves, but it takes a mental toll on us, because we're always reminded when we look at ourselves like that we don't like the way we look, or maybe the way that we feel. And so I was telling my husband the other day, I'm like, I feel great because I know I'm making better choices. And that's really what it's about. I think we feel a lot of guilt when we are making bad choices, than versus making great choices and not seeing the scale go down. Like, I'd rather do that, because I know that in the end, I will lose the weight if I continue to make these healthy choices. So yeah, so thank you so much, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, so I decided not to make a casserole. I'm just gonna scramble up some eggs and make myself a burrito wrapped in cheese. So these are the cheese wraps I get at Costco. Just take one of these bad boys out, wrap up my eggs in it, and I'm gonna throw some sour cream and some tapatio, and I've got myself an egg burrito on a cheese wrap. And I usually like to use these cheese wraps when making sandwiches. Actually, they're really good. The eggs are gonna make it melt a bit, it makes it a little hard to eat. But if you use it for a sandwich, it actually comes out really good. You just throw some cold cuts on there with some lettuce and tomato, and you're good to go. So I'm adding some tapatio here. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some sour cream, throw that on top, and then I'm gonna roll it up, and I'm gonna eat this delicious egg burrito. So that's pretty much it for dinner, guys. I'll see you in the morning when I weigh in and we do this all over again. As soon as I'm done here, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, good morning. It's day 3 of the egg fast, and actually it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be, or it didn't feel as hard as last time. So let's see if we've got any results. All right, 149.5. Finally under 150. I've been at 151 for weeks. So it looks like I've lost 2 pounds in a couple days. So I was gonna stop today, but I think I'm gonna keep going for the rest of the day. Maybe I might not have eggs at dinner, or maybe I'll have eggs and just add some bacon. But yeah, I'm really liking the results, so I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer. I'll see you at lunch. I don't think I'm gonna eat breakfast today. My housekeeper's coming, and I don't like to make a mess. So we'll see you later on. Okay, it's lunchtime, and I was going to go all out and do like these egg enchiladas. Hard to explain, but basically it's just scrambled eggs rolled up in cooked cheese with enchilada sauce on top. But I'm gonna make that for dinner, so I'll show you guys. So I just kept it simple today. In the morning, I just hard boiled a couple eggs, and then right now I just scrambled up some eggs with some cheese. I'll pop a picture right there so you guys can see. And I'm not super hungry either, so I'm keeping it simple today, but looking forward to showing you guys the egg enchiladas later tonight. See you later, bye. All right, guys, we are about to make some egg enchiladas for dinner. I'm just turning on the stove. For some reason, my stove is annoying and it takes forever to turn on. I usually have to light up like the whole thing. There we go, to get the front to light up. Okay, so I've already scrambled up my eggs. So what I did is I shredded up some cheddar cheese for my cheese tortilla, basically, is what it's gonna be. So what I'm gonna do is just grab a handful of cheese, and then I'm gonna put it in the pan, like in a circle. So it's almost gonna be like, because it's gonna cook into like a round circle, and you gotta cook it really good till it's like hardened and crisp, and then you can turn it over. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And then once it's done, I will put the eggs in the middle flip it over, do one more, and then add enchilada sauce with sour cream and cilantro. So yeah, as soon as the cheese is completely done, we'll come right back. All right, it's getting there. See how it's starting to cook on the bottom? And usually how you can know is how easy it comes up. See, it's not quite ready. Gotta cook it a little bit more. And you can flip it. You don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan, so you gotta kind of just do this along the way. All right, so now I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna mess it up a little bit. I need to start the next one. The next one in. I'm gonna make 2. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of eggs in the one. I just scrambled up 2 eggs. Okay, so let me just grab the camera so you can see a little bit better. Sorry. Okay, now I'm just gonna like flip it over like that. So it's almost like a little taco. And then now I'm just waiting for the other. And then as soon as the other one's done, I'm gonna throw some enchilada sauce on top, and you'll be able to see how I finish it up. So I will be back. You can see what it looks like. Just kind of warm the enchilada sauce. All right, and now we're gonna plate it out. And now I'm going to throw some sour cream on it and some cilantro, and we're good to go. So this is my last meal on the egg fest, my last egg meal, so I'm excited to get back to some regular food, although these look really good. So give me a second. I'm gonna put the cilantro on it, and then I'll turn the camera on and show you guys what it looks like. And there you have it, just a little bit of cilantro, sour cream. So hopefully these are good. I saw someone else making them during the egg fast. That's where I got this idea from. So yeah, so far, I mean, it's been not as hard as I thought it would be. So tomorrow we'll do our final weigh-in, and then I'm gonna just share with you guys my thoughts about the egg fast. So we will see you tomorrow morning. 147.9. So yes, so as soon as I'm done getting ready, we'll come back together and talk a little bit about it.
It is 4 days later because I actually finished my egg fast on Thursday. It is now Saturday. So first off, I want to start off by saying it wasn't as hard for me this time as it was the first time, and I've only done them twice. So I started on Tuesday morning. As you all saw, my starting weight was 151.9. And day one, the next day, there was no weight loss. I was still 151.9. But on the final day, as you guys can see, I was down to 147.9. So very exciting for me. I actually didn't expect 4 pounds. So total pounds lost was exactly 4. I was thinking maybe 2 because 3 days, usually I see people that do a 5-day fast get closer to that, for anywhere between 4 and 10 pounds. depending on how much weight you need to lose. Now, I only need to lose 30 pounds. And so for me, 4 pounds is pretty good. So because I'm so happy with the results, like I mentioned in the intro, I am going to be going to Puerto Rico. I'm leaving in the middle of the month. And so what I'm thinking is I am going to, because it is hard to stay on keto when you're traveling, I'm going to do the best that I can. But I also want to enjoy my vacation and enjoy the exotic food and all that good stuff. So what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do is do another egg fast. We leave on a Wednesday. So I'm thinking I'll start Sunday and do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Again, to maybe shed a few more pounds. That way, if I gain a couple pounds while I'm there, it's not going to be a big deal. But I do have to say, I feel great. It was great to not eat eggs yesterday on Friday and just kind of enjoy my meals. But you know what it also did for me? It actually shrunk my stomach. And so I'm not that hungry. And it also helped kind of jumpstart my intermittent fasting. So although I didn't do intermittent fasting while I was doing the egg fast, I feel like I can do it now. Like, it is Saturday morning. It's almost 10 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything yet. Just had my fat coffee. And I think I'm just going to wait until lunchtime and eat, because of combining intermittent fasting and keto is when you will get the best results. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want me to record my next egg fast, let me know. I don't know if it'll be exciting. It's only going to be in like a week and it's going to be very similar stuff. So I'm going to say no is what I'm thinking. But what you can look forward to in my next video is I am actually going to be reviewing and trying out Green Chef. And if you don't know what Green Chef is, and just so you know that this is not sponsored by Green Chef, but they are a food delivery service, very much like Home Chef and any of the other ones. But this particular home delivery service specializes in paleo and keto meals. And so I ordered for 1 week. It's going to be 3 meals. And so I'm going to go ahead and be recording that this week. I do get my delivery on Monday. So I will cook all the meals the first 3 days. And normally I would upload on Wednesdays, but I'm going to go ahead and upload on Thursday this next week, just so that way you guys can see every single meal that I make and get my thoughts on Green Chef. So I'm looking forward to that video. Again, if you are new here and you enjoyed this, I hope you would consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for continuing to support me. I so appreciate it. And I'm here to support you as well. And that's why I started this channel. So for anybody who wants help on this journey, that's what I'm here for. So go ahead and put any questions or comments in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback, and please, please, please like my video. I can't express it enough how important it is that YouTube knows that people are liking my content. All right, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.